All right, we'll kind of recap from last week. Again, just not big on moral victories, but extremely proud of the way our guys played and fought. I think our guys were ready to play. I think our staff had an unbelievable plan to have our guys ready. I think our guys were locked in all week. We had a much better week of practice than we did the week before, and I think that they left everything out there on the field, and I think that was evident. I think it was evident to everybody. We'll give TCU credit. Coach Patterson and his staff obviously had their guys ready to go, and very well coached football team. And we knew we were going to be in for a battle, and we were going to have to play well. When you play against a defense that led the country in 28 straight games of creating turnovers, of course our emphasis has been and always is each week is protecting the football. So it was really good to see us come out and play turnover-free football. That was definitely one of our goals. It's 3 weeks in a row that we've been the least penalized team. I think that's very, very important as we continue to build this program and to play with great discipline and understand that the penalties will definitely set you back. As the 4 penalties we had, 3 of the 4 definitely set us back. We had drives going, had big plays going deep in their territory, and we were unable to sustain the drives because of the three of the 4 penalties. But again, 5 minutes to go in the game, or 7 minutes to go in the game, thereabouts, somewhere in that area, and we're 5-point ball game with one of the top teams in the country. We had our chance, and even after they scored there and went up, we still didn't flinch. We were unable to convert a 4th down call. That we had what we wanted, and we were just unable to convert that. I probably didn't help ourselves with the 3rd down play call. Could have helped us probably a little bit better to help us to maybe get away from that 4th and short call. But very proud of our guys. I'm extremely proud. This is a very improved football team for the last 3 weeks. You've seen improvement each week, and that's as a head coach and as our staff. That's all we can ask. These guys are giving us everything they got. They're preparing, and they got to continue to do more. And we got a saying that if the way to give more is you got to care more. And we're asking our guys to care more. And but there was a lot of hurt in that locker room Saturday night with our staff and our players. But there's a lot of confidence in that locker room too, knowing that what direction we're heading. And so, with that being said, I'm proud of them. We got to go back to work as we did Sunday, and back on the field today with great energy and work ethic. And as we start our game plan for a very talented James Madison football team that we're going against. This is a coaches to cure game. And I'm sure all of you know that you can make a $5 donation. All the coaches will be wearing a patch on their sleeve, and it's something that AFCA does, our Coaches Association does, and we'll be wearing the patch this week and encouraging everyone to text CURE to 90999 and donate $5. But excited about the challenge we have, and we'll open up with questions.
How did your receivers do against that? I mean, their backs are pretty aggressive. How did you think they performed against those DBs? I thought pretty well.
Well, I thought we played with great energy and great confidence. I don't think that our guys were intimidated, and I think that Coach Sept has done a great job with our wide receivers, and they believe in our plan, they believe in our system, they believe in their quarterback, and they're playing at still making some mistakes, but they're playing at a high level and making plays, and that's all you can ask of guys, to make plays. There's unbelievable communication on the sidelines. I actually said this after the game. Our players are seeing it, and they're being able to come over and communicate to me and to their position coaches, and that's very impressive, especially a team that's young in an offense like this. Sometimes they don't know what to look for, but I've been pleased with them. Again, we're playing a lot of freshmen, and they still make mistakes, and we've got to continue to grow those young men up, and it's going to come through playing experience.
As the game went along, Cortland Sutton got more double and even triple coverage. Are there things that you and the coaches can do to draw coverage away from him, or is that something he's just going to have to fight through?
Well, I think obviously people are going to, and we knew that they would as well, trying to take him away from us. And when that happens, you've got to have somebody else step up. We've had the same situation before when we've had, Sammy Watkins and Nuke Hopkins and or Martavis Brown or Jerron Brown. I mean, we've had guys that they try to take something away from you, but they leave themselves vulnerable for another position. And so, we've got to have other guys really step up. We've got to have some of our freshmen really come on. And they are. They're getting better. I'm really proud of them. But they still make freshman mistakes, as you would expect. But it does. When you take something away, it opens up something else, and you got to take advantage of that.
Do you like throwing some deep balls like that, like what Cortland has had, especially just the idea of either he can go up and get it, or we can get a pass interference or something like that, or is there another angle you're going at there?
Well, no. I mean, that's part of what we do. I mean, we want to run the football, and we want to take shots down the field, and that's who we are, and that's who we've been, and we're going to take advantage of what they give us. But Cortland obviously has got a phenomenal talent. We've got other receivers with great talent that when you get a ball in space and in a one-on-one coverage, then as a coach, you've done your job. Now they got to go. You got to recruit to the point that you can get up and go. Somebody go up and get a ball. And so, but as coaches, that's what you do. You try to create one-on-one matchups with the ball in the air, and then recruiting takes over. So.
Coach, you mentioned recruiting 1 and 2 to start the season, but you've hung with 2 of the top teams. What's your message to recruits right now?
Well, obviously our playing one of the toughest non-conference schedules the first 3 weeks of the season anybody in the country, and to go toe-to-toe with these 2 teams, 2 top 5 teams, I think that says what direction this program's going. I know that there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of energy, and our recruits have definitely shared that. They see it, and they want to be a part of this turning process, and it's happening right in front of their eyes. And so it's been remarkable. So we're excited about these guys right now, and we're excited about what the future holds.
Do you have any injuries you can update?
We actually came out fairly healthy the other night. We've got some guys that will be limited in practice today, but we should be back full throttle on tomorrow. But knock on wood, we came out healthy. We've hit more, we've practiced harder, and it's amazing how that's working right now. And I'm very proud of our guys. Our training staff is doing an unbelievable job. Mike Morton and his crew. We're proud of those guys.
I noticed that the team has been out on the field Sundays, day after games. Can you talk about the week of game preparation in season and how you guys kind of take it day by day?
Yeah, we call it the Truth Sunday, Accountability Sunday, the Truth Sunday, to where we basically tell the truth about what happened the night before, and for guys to be accountable for the way they played. And then with that comes just a short practice, something to get out on the field and go through some special teams and cleaning up some mistakes offensively and defensively. And we like to try to get some conditioning in. And we have academic integrity Monday, and that's these guys have no responsibility on Monday for football. They'll swing by and pick up their scouting reports, but they're straight academics all day long, and they love it. And then we'll come back in today and have great energy with unbelievable work ethic today, Tuesday. And so back at it today.
Do you have all of your offense installed, or are you still adding things as you go?
Oh no, we're a long way from putting it all in, a long way. And but we've really kind of grown a little bit with it, and I've been proud of that. And I think that you try not to overload these guys, and you try to do what they can do. And so, no, we're not even close to where we've been, but we're slowly going to get there. It may not get there this year at all, and that's okay too. We want to do what, it's not necessarily what we know as coaches, it's what they can do. And we want to be simple. If we can get lined up correctly and we can get the proper hats on a hat, then we've got a chance. But when we can't do that, we have no chance at all to be successful. So that's on us as coaches to make sure that those guys are lined up correctly and not overloading them.
Is there a percentage you can say that you can say?
I would be one to bet we might be 50%, but again, we'll continue to grow. It'll be more and more as the season goes, but the guys are executing and knowing what to do, and that's really, as a coach, that's what you ask for. Gives you a chance.
Are you at a point now where you can also, with 3 games, do a little evaluation and say, we don't like that, we're going to take that out and add this in?
That's actually tonight. We'll do that tonight. We'll have a deep self-study tonight that we'll do as a staff and see what we're good at and what we're not good at.
Is that a weekly thing, or is that?
It is weekly to an extent, but we really try to dissect ourselves every 3 weeks. But weekly we'll get a quick report, but every 3 weeks is a great study for us. What we do and what we don't do well. But we'll play, like I said, we'll play a very talented James Madison team. I've been around Coach, and he's well known. He was at North Carolina. We played him there, and he was the defense coordinator at Ohio State. We played him there in the Orange Bowl. Very, very well respected. I've known him for a long time. Got great admiration for him and his staff and what they've done. I think they've won 11 of their last 12 or 10 of their last 11 games. They're playing with some unbelievable confidence. Don't fool yourself. These guys have gone into Virginia Tech and beat Virginia Tech, and I've seen that on film. It happens every year, but they're very explosive on offense. They got a quarterback that we actually played against when he was at Georgia Tech. Very talented young man. We've seen him in person. They're playing at a breakneck speed offensively. They're averaging about 89, 90 plays a game, 652 yards of offense a game, and 51 points a game, which puts him 9th in the country. But they're similar to us in some ways. They want to run the football. They're very, very good on third down. We have to play great third down defense this week. And they're converting 60% of their third downs. From a defensive standpoint, they're one of the top defenses. They're giving up 17 points a game, which puts them 17th in the country. They're ranked 29th overall defense. But the thing I can say about them defensively, they're very sound. They do a good job of disguising their coverages and the pressures. But they see a fast-paced offense every day, just like ours does. And so, it's not something they're going to come in here and be used to. I mean, they're used to that. And so we're going to have to play extremely well. We've got our work cut out for us. And as I've said every week, and we'll continue to say, our biggest opponent is the SMU Mustangs. And we've got to focus on what we do and how we prepare and take it one game at a time and one play at a time.
How much has social media helped you in terms of, I know you do a lot of things recruiting-wise and things like that, but just in terms of operating the team, has it become a lot easier to be able to just send everybody one text and all of a sudden everybody knows a time change and things like that?
Oh yeah, that's huge, and there's definitely a huge market for that through this profession, and we've obviously we've got services that we use that really help us out. What it does is it saves you time, and as a coach and in actually any profession, you look at how can I save time and be efficient with my time. And so that's allowed us to do that. But yeah, social media plays a huge role. It can also be a huge headache, but our guys, knock on wood, have done a good job.
Anything else, guys?
On your defense, I know the total numbers aren't at all what you want, but things like a couple of fourth down stops the other night, get the interception, and it was really a big part of the rally back. Are you seeing the signs there with some of the playmaking from you guys?
Yeah, I am, and we're getting better. We're just giving up too many easy, uncontested plays. And I mean, they throw 3 slant routes for 120-something yards and 3 touchdowns, just on slant routes. And I know that's something that Coach Malone is addressed. I mean, if we'll just make them work for it. But, when you do see, and we were talking to our staff this morning, is that when you do see a group that's playing all 3 phases of our game playing at a high level, you see unbelievable things. It's just that we're not operating at a high level with all 3 phases at the same time. One area will operate really well, and we'll have 2 really bad, or we'll have 1 bad and 2 good, and so I think you see that the other night where we're operating well. We create 4th down stops. We go down and we make some scores. We create a turnover. Boom, we capitalize on turnovers. And so that's what you talk about when you talk about all 3 phases of your game playing and being on the same page and playing 4 quarters of football. We're yet to do that for a consistent period of time, and that'll come. There were some very encouraging plays, but there's still too many easy things out there, and just even from an offensive standpoint, just killing yourself with drive-killing penalties for 3 of the 4 that we had. And so those things we just got to keep cleaning up. It's part of being a young team. We're playing 18 or 19 freshmen right now, but we're going to get these guys keep playing hard.